Grigor, what a battle. What a
Yeah.
battle out there. You really had to fight. It's very minuscule when it comes down to that. What was the little bit that got you over the edge?
I think a bunch of things. I mean, he was playing amazing. I think in the first set, and despite that, I still won more points and lost the set. So I think that was a decent start. I was just able to be more consistent. I think throughout the whole match. Very good and high percentage on the first and second serve, which really helped. I think in the second and third set, and it came down to a few points here and there. That's it. Nothing else, nothing more. I think that was the. We know each other very well. We've played multiple times. We practice off season against each other. So there's so much behind it that there's no secrets there.
You said high percentage on both serves. Yeah, 81 on the first, 71 on the second. You won 5 out of 5 break points. You saved. Was that just a feel that you had, or do you check the numbers after the match?
I mean, first is during the match for sure. I can see something, but I think sometimes I just want to pay a bit of attention to this percentage situation that is going on. I just like to pay attention to very, very small details because, I mean, it's serve and return that kind of the game starts with, right? So these two are very important, and as I said, I was able to apply a lot of pressure on his service game a lot. Like nearly every game, I was able to get into the rallies and of course actually hit first or second serve, which in a way was putting me in a very good position throughout the point. And then I was also waiting for a good moment to execute.
In addition to those numbers, you fired 13 aces today, and there are times when we can get out on the court and feel like we're in the zone on a certain shot. Did it feel like you were in the zone a bit today on the serve? What does that feeling feel like? Is it a lot of thinking process, or are you just kind of going with it?
No, not really. I think it's just more of like you try to go more, I would say, more in the flow of your natural instinct. For me, it's just that. I mean, I don't like to overthink too much on that. I know what serves are like a good one. I know which serves I can go for. I know where I have to toss the ball and hit. So all these things are very very clear to me. So I think after that I could be a little bit more relaxed on my service game and kind of hide the ball where I wanted to serve, and then kind of change the grip and everything in the last second. So a lot of positive things, but I feel like I can play better tennis.
We're taking a look at Sebastian Korda and Stefanos Tsitsipas here. Stefanos has been playing some phenomenal tennis. He recently adjusted the specs on his racket and so forth. Have you tinkered with stuff over the years, string pattern and so forth?
Well, yeah, I think I have a very unique string pattern for being a one-hander. I think so. That's something that I've always been very different with. But you always have to adapt. You have to adjust. I totally understand. Why he's doing it. As a player, you always try to find a more edge, and I think once you kind of done certain things in certain way, you want to explore, you want to try something new. But yeah, just don't go too far off of what the importance is. And we're overthinkers. You know how it is.
We are overthinkers.
We're such overthinkers. I haven't met one tennis player that is not. At least on court. I mean, I don't know how is it off the court, but whatever fits, man. Whatever tickles your fancy.
Can we know what the great Grigor Dimitrov string pattern is?
My string pattern?
Yeah.
Very simple. It's 18-18.
18-18. Yeah. How fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unique. I don't
yeah,
know
very very unique. I mean, everyone knows it. Actually, that's the one thing. I mean, obviously you cannot hide with the. We have such a high tech nowadays, and everyone is spying on everybody. What racket, what color, what's this, what's that. So,
does it give you a bit more feel, more spin?
Yeah, for me it's more of I'm a feel guy, so I like to feel a lot. The ball on the racket and the grabbing the ball and all that. So it's just I think there's a lot of different things that are going around, and whatever works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for anybody else. So we you gotta look on your side of the net.
Yeah, you can have the magic wand, but you need the magician to wave it, right?
Correct.
We take a look there. We'll see. You'll take on the winner of Brandon Nakashima, David Goffin. Goffin had an amazing upset earlier this week. As you progress through the draw here, you of course have so much experience in defending points, having great results, coming back the next year. How do you deal with it? Because you made the final last year. You're coming back and seem to be putting it out of the mind.
I mean, it all comes with the territory, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, this is probably one of the most difficult part in our sport. You have to kind of reduplicate what you've been able to do every single year, and that's why we've had the players that we had in the past that have been able to do that. Some ups and downs, and it's always tricky. And nowadays, as I said, after so many years, you see a lot of the players are playing well. We've seen a lot of upsets throughout in a way almost every tournament. So that's at hand. But for me personally, I try not to really pay attention to these things anymore, because I want to focus more on my game, because I know if I'm able to do that, like the freedom I'm able to experience, in the end I was like, I don't care if I lose the points or not, like, but I care how I feel out there on the court. So when I start overweighting those two things, like I prefer the other one for some reason. I don't know why. Like I'm not afraid to lose ranking. I'm not afraid to lose points.
Yeah.
Of course, it adds pressure. I mean, I'm a human after all, so of course it adds pressure. Of course, it kind of puts you in a position where it kind of pushes you to do well. But in the same time, I like when I'm like building up, and I think this to me is more valuable, because then, tennis is not a sprint; it's a marathon. So if you're able to sustain that, you just never know where the week might be the good week for you.
Beautiful perspective, my man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for sharing. As
Pleasure.
always, learned some beautiful stuff about you. Play well, get some rest, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you soon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.